In this video, I'm going to be going over the easiest way to hit $10,000 a month as a content creator. Now, as a content creator, if you are watching this video, you have followers, you have an audience, you have some kind of influence. Now, no matter what level of influence that is, maybe it's 5,000, maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 100,000 followers, whatever that looks like, you are in a position to make a lot of money. And if you do this right, and if you take advantage of this funnel that I'm going to talk about, you can easily make $10,000 a month. And it's the quickest way that I could possibly think of if I wanted to make $10,000 online. Now, to start with, you need short and long form content. You need to take advantage of short form content, around three to five shorts per week. That is platform native. So it's native to either Instagram, native to TikTok. I would generally lean Instagram over TikTok just in terms of funneling your audience to a high quality product. So whatever it is, doesn't really matter to be honest, but Instagram or TikTok, make sure it's platform native. Make sure they're pretty simple structure, hook plus insight, pretty simple. These two creators are very good. Hormozi, of course, you might know. Another creator that not many other people may know is Ryan2. He creates very good quality content, very good hooks, and then he goes into solving a problem, making you problem aware, then solving it, and has some really good insights. So this kind of educational short form content style that both of these guys create is very, very good and definitely something that I'd check out and try to replicate in your own way. Then you've got YouTube. Two people that do YouTube very, very well that both make a lot of money is Aman and Sam Ovens. Aman has a business account. Obviously he has his main account, which has a couple million subscribers at the moment, but his business account is probably the best example of a high quality long form YouTube channel, right? Post maybe 2 videos a week if you can. Obviously Aman doesn't really keep up with that, but when Sam Ovens was posting a lot, he was posting quite often. You want to keep up the consistency and you want to post educational content. Educational content is the best type of content. These guys do educational quite well, if you'll let me go over there. Ryan and Hormozi both do very good educational short form, and then you also need to be doing educational long form, where you take advantage of the platform, how good it is, how long the platform is, means that people are going to be watching for a long period of time, they're going to be interested, they're going to learn more about your product, and then they're going to convert better later on. Aman does this very well. It's very kind of raw, easy, business-focused content that is going to convert a lot of high-quality leads. Sam Ovens, again, very similar, whiteboard style, raw, super educational, super value-focused, and is going to push a lot of high-quality leads to his product. Then you want to capture leads. Now, the easiest way to capture leads is with a simple lead magnet like a personalized scoreboard. That is a very simple and easy thing that people can do. You can put that on your landing page. It's a simple quiz. Basically, all you want to be doing is getting the email in this lead capture. That's just an example of a way you can get emails. Some people do it other ways. Some people give them a free template, a free PDF, whatever it may be. But the whole goal would be to do something that's interactive that gets them to give you their email, their name, and maybe their phone number, depending on what you want to do, but just focus on email and their name. Or you can just push them to a weekly newsletter. Pretty simple. Get their email, get their name, because you want to be able to contact them later on. Then you want to push to the nurture stage. This is where you are going to try and nurture them, convert them, give them all the information they need before they can buy. Now, I want to make this video super quick and super focused, so I'm going to quickly go over this in the fastest way I possibly can, which is email sequence, problem, agitate, and solve. This is a really key part of any funnel. When someone has opted into your ecosystem, they want to be felt, they want to be heard. So you do not want to get someone to opt in into your newsletter, through your VSL funnel, whatever it may be. When they opt in, you need to hit them instantly. You need to be constantly in touch with them. You need to be constantly providing value. This is done through content upgrades as well as an email sequence. If someone joins your newsletter, you need to get them on a 7 email sequence that 1, has case studies and testimonials of your product, 2, talks about the problem, talks about why it agitates them, how can they solve that, talk about the dream state, what could they be improving on, how their life is currently because they haven't solved X problem. Make them really problem aware, and then position yourself as an authority, as a credible person in the space, and make sure you're handling any objections. Now, this is where you can be saying, hey, if you aren't going to be buying, why? Like, answer that question. Why aren't they going to be buying? What are the objections they might have? Is it a price objection? Is it they don't have the time? Answer those in the emails. Emails sequences are so key for getting people to buy. So you really need to hone in on a high quality email sequence that is going to be done as soon as they either fill out an opt-in form, either through like a personalized scorecard kind of thing, or just through a generalized newsletter that they may opt into. Then you also want to be providing them with content upgrades. This may be checklists on how they can improve their content, how they can improve their weight loss journey, how they can edit better, whatever your offer may be. It might be templates to help them with whatever you're offering. But whatever you're offering, give them something they can actually use. Give them a template, give them a checklist. A lot of people may just give their leads in the nurture process, and may give them an ebook or something. Realistically, nobody's going to read your ebook, but they're going to use your Notion template that you may give them. So really try and think of stuff that your lead can actually use in their everyday life to solve X problem that is surrounded by your offer. This way, you're going to be constantly getting people to think about how you're able to provide value to them. They're constantly going to think, hey, I'm using this product. This gave me value. Maybe I should buy whatever they're offering. Maybe I should hop on a call with one of their team. That's probably the easiest way to be able to get them interested in your product and get them a quick win as soon as possible. Then you want to push to something low ticket. This may be a $97 mini course with a couple modules with a specific outcome. It might be just a $49 to even $99 toolkit with, I said, templates, frameworks. Give them quick wins. Quick wins is the biggest thing with these low tickets. So if you can give them a quick win through a mini course, through a toolkit, could even be something recurring like a school community. However, you do have to be wary with the reoccurring stuff, as this is a one-time. Someone buys this, they know it's one time, right? They're looking for the next thing. With a school community, they're paying a very low price to get something that's happening every week. There always has to be something, or they're not going to see they're going to get any value in their money, and then they're going to turn off their subscription, and then it's gone. With this, they buy instantly, they complete it, they use it, and then they go on to the next thing. And that's when you want to ascend them. So be very wary of doing recurring stuff for your low ticket. Just try and hit them with one quick price, get them in the door, and break that payment barrier. Low ticket is very good at breaking the payment barrier. Once you've nurtured them, you've talked about, as I said, the email sequence where you talk about the problem, their dream state, you talk about the case studies and the benefits of your program. You've given them free upgrades, you've given them templates, you've given them checklists. They are ready to buy. They're going to buy this low ticket instantly. But what it does is it gives them an easy break to the payment barrier. Now the payment barrier is very simple, which is literally people are going to come from everywhere. They're going to come from all around the world, come to your content, watch your content. How can they trust you? They can't really trust you, right? So if you give them a low ticket product to break the payment barrier, to say, hey, when you give me money, I'm going to give you a high quality service or product in return. So you need to make sure your low ticket is as amazing as possible. It needs to be the highest quality low ticket product you can possibly make, because this is their first example of you. This is the first time they're going to be giving you money, and in return, you better make it worth their while, right? Give them $500 worth of value in return for that $97 thing, right? That way, they're going to be more likely to upsell into your higher ticket offers, which is where the money is going to be made. Now, when we go over to here, you should have a simple VSL. So after they buy the low ticket, now you want to ascend them. Now you want to push them into a high ticket offer. The easiest way to do this is, in my opinion, a simple VSL. 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even shorter than 10 minutes. Do not go over 15 minutes. Do not make it too long. You don't want a 30-minute video where someone's just going to get bored instantly. You don't want to add too much friction, but you want to add a little bit of friction. Then you, in the VSL, you kind of talk about what you talked about in the email sequence, right? You talk about the problems that they have. You talk about how it agitates them, how you can solve them, what's their dream state. And you talk again more about the case studies. This guy did this. He transformed his life doing this, right? And then again, handle more objections with the VSL. Present your offer. Talk about it. Why is it so good? How is it going to help them? What problem is it going to solve? Really talk about the problems it's going to solve, and really lean into the exact result that they're going to get from buying this. Now, after they've bought it, after they bought into the VSL, then you want to push them to a simple application form. You don't want to overdo a landing page. I've seen a lot of people absolutely put a whole essay on a landing page thinking it's going to help them convert. It doesn't. Just be simple. VSL, you should talk about everything. People shouldn't need to read any more copy. Have application form, have testimonials on the VSL, but that's about it. It should be VSL, video sales letter, application form, and then some testimonials. When they go through the application form, qualify them. What questions can you ask? Can you afford this? Have you bought into this kind of thing before? What's your experience with these kind of offers? What's your current issues? And you're like, what are your main issues? Then you want to be hopping on the sales call, right? So after they fill out the form, get them to book a call. You want to be hopping on the sales calls. A lot of people think, oh, let me just get a setter, let me get a closer instantly. No, you need to know what your audience is like. If you aren't already making $10,000 a month, then you should not be caring about this at all. You should be hopping on the sales call. You should not be caring about closers, setters, whatever it may be. You need to hop on the sales calls. You need to talk to these prospects. You need to understand your offer and help position your offer even better, as you're going to understand these people. Maybe the current offer you're doing at the moment isn't the best quality one that really is tailored to your audience. So you need to know what your audience wants, what do they need. You can upsell them, you can downsell, you can just get a feel of the process as that's going to help you later on create SOPs, create systems that these setters and closers can actually use. You can't provide them with high quality systems on how to close on your audience if you haven't even done it yourself. So you really need to do it yourself. Who cares? 45 minutes, hop on the call, and then try and get a 25 to 30% close rate. These are just numbers just for namesake, just to give you an idea. And your core offer should be around 1 to 2K in my opinion. Maybe you can do 500 or maybe 997, but try to do around 1 to 2K, have a core program. Now, I like programs over one-on-one coaching, as one-on-one coaching can go on forever. Same with anything recurring, it can go on forever. It's very simple to get bang. $2,000 you pay me for 8 weeks. And it's an 8-week cohort, you have live calls, you have community access, you have a bunch of resources you can provide to them, you have a bunch of calls, you have a Q&A, and you just provide them the most value possible. Now, this kind of structure can work for any offer realistically. It can be fitness, health, wealth, business, anything. You could be selling makeup course or something. I don't know, how to look better. You could do it to anyone, right? This does not matter. But the core thing is you have a program that is a set period of time of 8 weeks or 6 weeks or even 4 weeks. You have set deliverables for yourself, which is hopping on live calls, giving them resources, SOPs, templates to help them in whatever they're doing. Maybe it's to help transform themselves from being overweight to now they want to be skinny, whatever it may be. Give them the resources for that. Hop on the calls with them to teach them how to do that. Guide them through the process. Give them accountability through the community, and then have calls on how to implement what your resources and your SOPs and your templates. Give them calls on how to actually implement that in their lives. Then have Q&As to get them interacted. Get them to just ask questions, interact with them. And through this whole process, you're going to create a high quality offer that realistically you do not need to sell many of, right? If that's 2K, you do not need to sell many to get to $10,000 per month. And obviously this is 8 weeks, but you can keep selling this on repeat. It's very easy to do. And you also have the low ticket offer that we talked about before. Then to continue this, after your cohort, you want to downsell them to a monthly membership. Community access is a big part, but because it's only 8 weeks, you need, like, they're going to be sick of that, right? They can't go any further. They can't go any further than the program unless you maybe want to upsell them. But realistically, they're kind of done, they're finished, they're gone through the transformation, whatever it is, whatever the result of the core program was, but they still want access to the community. They just spent 8 weeks talking to these people in the community. They don't just want to be cut off instantly. If there's 20 of them, 25 of them, they're all building a relationship within this community. They want to keep talking to them. They want to keep building the relationship. They want the benefits of a community, but they don't need everything else, right? They've been through everything else. They've helped, like, they've got that result, right? So then you sell them on the monthly membership, which is the support, the monthly masterminds, and new content. This is basically for the community. So they get access to the community, they get ongoing support, they get maybe a call once every month where you hop on, you talk to them, and they get access to new content that you may release. Very simple, very easy stuff. But basically, all it's going to be doing is focusing on the community aspect, taking that out, adding maybe a call in once a month, adding access to any new content that you put in there, and they get ongoing support. Very simple, but it allows you to get still reoccurring money from this cohort that is only, say, 8 weeks, because they still want the community access. And then after this, you want to push to referrals. You want to create a bunch of case studies, video testimonials are the best, get a bunch of success stories, push to an affiliate program, 25, 30, you could do even lower, you could do 10% commission, whatever it may be, get them to refer each other. This is going to push back to the start where you push them to the lead capture, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And that is the easiest way to make $10,000 a month in basically a 13, 14 minute video here on how you can actually do this. It's very simple. Obviously, if you have any questions like that, hit me up in my XDMs. I'll put a link down below. If you want to work with my agency at all, I will put a link below to hop on a call with myself. But apart from that, this is the easiest way you can make $10,000 a month as a content creator. It's so simple. Really focus on high quality educational content, getting their name, getting their email, nurturing them with emails, giving them upgrades. Make sure you have a high quality, low ticket. Remember that low ticket is the first example of your ecosystem, the first introduction to yourself. And if they're going to be giving you their money, make sure it is super high quality. Then have a very simple VSL, have an application form, hop on the sales calls yourself, provide a very core offer. I prefer the program offer where it's a set amount of weeks, they get a set amount of stuff. And then to downsell or just keep continuity in it is $99 a month, community access, get referral program, rinse and repeat. And that is the easiest way you can start hitting 10K months as a content creator with the audience that you've built and the influence that you've built, and just keep growing. So Any questions, hit me up. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.